Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you guys are at. Hope you have a fantastic day. It's SoulSaint here, and we have a big event that's currently active today. So if you guys haven't already seen it and you haven't saw the announcements, we got 2x awakening across the board, finally, for increased chances of getting a 5-star or a 6-star Soulstone drop blessing-wise, and I actually am going to be dabbling into this one. So I skipped the Guaranteed Champion during the Deck of Fate event, and I kind of don't feel bad about it because I wasn't as interested in the actual Void Champion. But I was like, okay, if I'm believing that there's going to be something that's going to come along the way that's going to be really worth my while. Well, lo and behold, here we are. And I feel like it's kind of like a blessing and a curse because like you got to pick your poison, right? You either spend and get some more shards to or soul stones to participate in these events, and then or like you basically get to pick one or the other, right? And that's kind of how it goes, right? So for me, for the last couple of events that have been kind of happening like this, where you have like one and then another one following up, I've been going for the more guaranteed stuff, the more intricate things, but the option this round wasn't as enticing. So I was like, okay, well maybe now I take a dabble of it. And I want to show you guys my champion pool just to give you guys a little bit of a reference as to what I'm looking for and maybe the whys, right? So obviously, when it comes to being competitive in this game, one of the biggest values you're going to get is blessings, which will help you along the way with like stat values and a bunch of other stuff, right? So to make it more worth my while, I'm looking for my competitive champions to be more robust. So obviously, you can almost pick any non-6-star blessed mythical, and I kind of wouldn't mind it, whether that's, you know, Gizmac to get a 6-star, Laz for his 6-star, anything above like a 2-star for Commodus, you know, the works, right? It'd be really nice. So that's obvious an answer. I would say on the to-get list that I'm still working towards developing, I wouldn't mind Marius' 6-star soul. I wouldn't mind Rhodos' 6-star soul. Believe it or not, Ramon 2, Nishak. Let me see who else we have here. I have Ninja. Even though I don't use him, maybe that could be the catalyst to justify using him a little bit more. There is Hegemon. I've been enjoying him a lot more lately in PvP. But for the PvE champions, believe it or not, I'm also going to throw some names out there too as well. You got Lydia. I've been using her a lot in Chimera, so I was like, you know what? It might not be a bad nod to get her up and running a little bit more. Krisk is in still one of my Hydra teams, and he's still showing out. Same thing with Lenakis. Same thing with Yumiko number 2. Flipping back to the PvP side, I got a Norn that's only a 2-star. I would love to get him up and running so I could do something with him as well. You see what I'm saying? Like, the options are plentiful in terms of what I could get. So the way I'm going to try to do this is I'm going to take an inventory of what I have that's on the lower side, and we'll try to get bang for our buck for the lessers. All right, so the Mortal Soul Stones. When we get to the Immortal and eventually the Eternal, I'm going to go for the best of the best that I want for my most competitive. So with that being said, we do have Fabian in there. We do have a Norn in there. I'm actually going to take out the Pony, and I think we're going to go ahead and put in one of the PvP champions. I know that's a little unorthodox, or PvE champion, excuse me. I know it's a little unorthodox, but I really have been appreciating Lydia a lot because of the Chimera experiences I've been having. So I think this is a great opportunity to just go ahead and see if maybe I get a little bit more for it. I don't think it would hurt. I think it would help more than anything. So why not? Why not, right? All right, with that being said, we got almost, I was a little bit short, but we got almost 100 soul stones across the board with all the different versions we have, but I am going to go ahead and pull them all, and I hope you guys are going to enjoy this. If you do, before I start pulling, I want you guys to let me know if I'm going to get a banger or not. Tell me what your thoughts are in the comments. If you do get lucky, let me know. I'll give it a little heart, and I'll respond and be like, why'd you wish bad on me? If I get something good, and you said that, then I'll be like, yo, thank you. Either way, with that being said, let's get into it. All right, I'm going to pull by 3s, and then I'll do the 1s, and then the singulars, and then I'll pull by 10s, but after that in between, okay? So here we go. Rage! I want a banger, dude. Honestly, I want one enterprise like mythical, you know, one big mythical that would be like a big grab, and then from there I would like let's see, what else would be another good one here? Some legendaries. I wouldn't mind a big well-known legendary for me that I use quite often to be like the bang for the buck. So far, starting off with blues though, that seems pretty on par for the course. I feel like when it comes to like the soulstone options, the mortal ones are the least desirable, and then like the mediums are like the bangers. Now, I do have an eternal to pull, and we are going to do it since it also has a boosted rate today. 50% chance I get a 6-star for you know, one of the ones I'm looking for. So I'm really hoping that we get a good option there. So let's go ahead and pull our 80s here. Let's see what we get. All right, here we go. Big 10 banger. Anything is good that I use quite often, or I would love to use. We got a yellow. Here we go. Another yellow. All right, Freya and Elder Scark. I haven't really built my Freya, and I know she's a good champion. I kind of need to consider building her up, but not the Elder Scark, and all the rest of these are kind of duds. So rough start. Let's see if we get another banger here. Come on. We got like a couple of 10 pulls here, so there's plenty of opportunities, and I'm hoping for maybe a little bit of good juju this round. Okay, we got a yellow. It's Shiramani. That's not what I'm looking for. Come on, why are you holding out? You know, I do feel like the lessers are not really that great, so I kind of have my expectations a little bit on the lower side. But we did get a yellow, and it's Arnorn. I think I already have a 2-star form, so that's a little unfortunate. Not a big upgrade there that round. We got another one here, though, and it's Coronar. I do have a Coronar, but I don't really use them anymore, unfortunately. Oh, here we go. And Tuskor. Tuskor is one of the new champions I think came out, and I don't have him, so kind of not as desirable there. Not as desirable. But yeah, I feel like these are not like crazy to like write home about for the most part. So I kind of have my expectations a little bit on the lower side. And you know, if you watch my live streams, you know how I feel about lessers. Oh, we got a mythical. It's Mikage 2-star. Ah, what a tease. Oh my god, all my homies hate Alverdier. I did get Sentinel up to 6-star on one of my last pulls before in the past, and I did get past that stage that I literally built him up for. So now we don't need Sentinel here anymore. So that's kind of a, we don't care for it. Now it is on the higher blessing side, so that means we can get some more eternal coins to use maybe when we flip it. So maybe there's something of value there. Scathix, Chinoru, some purples, some blues, the Apothecary. No 6-stars so far, man. That's kind of unfortunate. You know, we want the enhanced rates to really be enhanced, you know, and it doesn't feel too crazy so far. All right, another 10 banger. I think we're getting close towards the tail end of my small soulstone, so kind of would like at least one banger on the way out, and it's a Garrel 1-star. Oh no. Let's see what we got here. Got a couple more blues, maybe a yellow or a red to end it off. Oh, we got a yellow, and Yannicka 1-star. Oh, I still got one more temple. I got one more temple, so there's still hope. There's still hope. Let's see what we got here. I'm hoping for something good. Honestly, anything good. I want an upgrade. That's all I care for. An upgrade for one of my more well-used champions would be ideal. Couple blues here. A lot of blues here, it feels like. And then a purple to end it off. Okay. All right. We still got a little bit more. I got to be close to the end. I think I pulled like 5 or 6 now already, so we got to be at the tail end. We got to be. Runic Warder with a 4-star. That's nothing crazy. Let's see here. And one purple. It's a 1-star. No 6-stars. No. Oh, there goes a 6-star. But it's on a hollow. Like, who has a hollow build? Come on. Not what I was looking for, unfortunately. But we did get some more coins here, which I have a rule of thumb of how I approach my essences and whatnot. And my rule of thumb is, depending on the currency I'm trying to get, if I'm under 300, I'm a little bit more reluctant to use it unless the event allows for it. And that means it's a really good event to go for, which I think this one maybe could be considered that. But because I'm already over my 300 plus, and I've been getting pretty decent on that, I can actually afford to go in on some more soulstones. So we're actually going to do that today. I now have 13, so we might actually be at the number where we're pretty close to about 100 plus soulstones. So we'll see. I do have another one for a big one, but I'm not sure. My rule of thumb is not there yet. And knowing my luck, if like Marius, for example, shows up and it's the 6-star one, I really am going to want to get it. So, you know, saving this may be frugal for me or maybe fortuitous for me. Anyways, with that being said, all right, now that we got into the middles are kind of a little bit more of a game changer. This one's kind of a toughie because I do want to have some playtesting with Fabian, and I don't think Lydia would be a bad grab, but do we favor going for the Marius more instead? I kind of want to say yeah. I think that might be a little bit better for us. Him being grabbed would be still a good gain regardless. The other, let's go back to my champion pool real quick. I want to see what other options I have that I would like to get upgraded on. So obviously Rhodos would be good. That'd be more speed. Obviously Harma would be more speed. Let's see, what else do we have here? Nishak would be better if we got like at least a 2 or 3, basically at least 2 more stars up, because that'd be the accuracy one there on the 5th star. Got a lot of 6ers already done here. Ninja low prio, because I have Toshi or Aphidus. I'd rather use those at the moment for like Chimera content. Now, I know he slams in Hydra, so, you know, it's full due respect, you know. Stock would not be he'd be a fun one to get some upgrades for. Nekma would also be pretty fun, but that's Chimera content. Same thing with Hedgie. Hedgie would be PvP, but he's very niche as an option. I want something that's like a game changer that I use on a regular basis. And I feel like right now it's just Marius in particular. And then it kind of goes down to more niche picks afterwards. So I think we're okay to leave it as it is. Let's see. One more time just to check. I like all these options. Okay. All right, let's do it. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Praise! 2 more, and then we'll do a 10 pop here. These are the ones I'm like, man, if you give me a banger, I would be so grateful. A 6-star Coronar. That's not bad. That's not bad. That could be usable for maybe... Let's see what we could say. Maybe down the road. I mean, you never know. They may buff the champions. They've been doing a little bit more balances lately, so hopefully they keep that same momentum. You know, kind of maybe put a little bit more effort into making these champions more versatile, more usable, more desirable. You know. All right, that's not bad. A six-star Lego in period is a good start. So if we can keep that same momentum going, I'm all down for it. The Lodric though, no, we want to stay up. We want to go up. Honestly, it'd be cool if I got a 6-star mythical. That'd be game changing. You know, I think that would be really, really cool. All right, we got another purple. It's a spider. It's a spooter. All right, and then we got our 10 pop now. Finally, let's see if we get a banger here. I'm praying for something good. Page, come on, baby. Come on, baby. Give me something good. Give me something good here. Just one really, 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 really good one. Okay, we got a mythic. We got a mythic. It's Galathier 5-star. Oh, and a yellow. A Glycad. Oh, man. Okay. Oh, another yellow. It's Gaia 6-star. Let's go. Gomlock, 3-star. And then the yellow. And it's Hedgie 5. That might be an upgrade. That might be an upgrade. I'll take my W where I can get it. The Galathier's also big too because I'm going to go for him eventually. Eventually, he's going to come home. And when he does, I think I had a 4-star waiting for him, and now I got a 5. Let's go take a look. Yeah, I can let that one go now. I'm thinking I might sell this Carnage one. I have my Carnage already 6-starred, so I kind of feel like that's not as useful for me. We can let those go. Let's see. What else can we let go of? That one's a duplicate. I don't have a Gaia, so that might be a sellable. Not looking to really build up these champions. If anything, I keep the 6-star there. Share money as well. These are a bunch of 1-stars. Some of my epics are already fully maxed out, so there's no value there for me. Very interesting, man. We got a couple 6-stars, and I gotta be honest with you. I feel like the way I perceive 6-stars in general, even if it's not a champion I care for, obviously you want the best, you know, that your account has, right? But even with that being said, I still have I feel like uses for those type of pools, because like it could have been worse, right? We could have gotten like a purple or something instead. So that's a lot of essence to maybe work around with down the road, you know, or with the coin conversion. I could also maybe consider buying, you know, maybe a new stone and keep it going, right? We'd have to see, but as of right now, I'm gonna play it cautiously. We have enough to sell some of these, so I'm actually going to go ahead and sell. We're going to pull one more of these at the very least and see what we get out of it. Go ahead and collect that for us. We got 2K now, so I could technically get 2 more of these. Now, here's the thing. 42 of those would be basically in the 100, so I'd be ready for a 5-star pop. The problem is, though, most of the champions I have that I care about isn't really crazy for a big upgrade like that. Now that I got Hedgie, that's another one that's kind of like one step closer, so I'm going to go ahead and throw that on him real fast. That's actually pretty cool. Pretty cool. One step closer. I don't think that's a bad thing, you know? I want to say also, too, for the 5-stars, it's not bad either. Let me find my Hedgie. Because now, if I do get close to killing someone, instead of it being an 8% threshold, it's even more. It's almost like double the amount. So, not bad. Not bad at all. We're 2% away from being double, you know, double from 8%. But, like, you get the idea. Basically, another extra little bit where it's closer. If I'm even remotely close to being able to slam them, I now have really, really good Gumshoe. This would be a really huge, massive upgrade, too, as well. I don't know how I feel. He's been, like, ever since I got, like, honestly, like, Krisk and like, Archer and all that, he doesn't really get used much, so maybe that's worth flipping for coins, you know? That could be a little bit closer towards getting my Marius 6-star, you know? I would like to have that safety cushion no matter what, you know? And that's something I've been thinking on. So, with that being said, let's hit it with the next one. Page! Let's see what we get here. One more banger would be awesome. One more banger. Come on. I think with that last purchase, that does guarantee... Oh, wow, we got a 6-star, but it was blue. I think with that last purchase there, I think that does put me at 100 soul stones pulled in total. You guys let me know if I'm off on my numbers, but nevertheless, I think that's pretty cool. I'm gonna go ahead and sell that one because I'm not planning on building up a blood painter. If y'all think that was a regret, y'all let me know. I don't think it is though. So, let's see. I think we are ready. All right, we're gonna pull the big Kahuna, the big Makunga. We're gonna see if we get anything back in here. Honestly, any of these champions would be cool to get up and running. I think that's cool. That's fine. Let's do that. 3, 2, 1 for the big one. Page! I don't know how I feel about the Eternals. They could be either bangers or they could be kind of mediocre. Depression. All right, boys. I'm going to go ahead and stop it from here. I wonder what you guys think. I think my haul overall, I got one upgrade. If you really want to cope with some of the other options, like a Gaius or the Corner, that could maybe be something else extra on top of that, too. Maybe. But I think overall, man, I would have liked a little bit more. I think the Galathier 5-star is not a bad nod, though. I think that's something that we'll consider a small W. Obviously, we would want the 6-star equivalent for it. I'm gonna go ahead and sell this one too. I think we're not gonna get any more of the other carnage. I think he's gonna be just a straight unique one. That puts me at 62. So I'm a little bit over the 100 mark, and I'm on my way to the halfway point of having the 300 essences whenever I need to. It's really tempting to go ahead and pull like 3 more of these and just pray for good RNG, but I am going to be patient on this one and try to see if I can hold it down and resist the temptation, because you know what? God knows there's probably something, and this is a bad idea. This is how it starts. You look over here, and oh, look at that. They got anniversary stuff here. I don't know the value of it, so I'm not going to presume that that's a good deal or not, but maybe something like this could also be decent. I'm not a big fan of mortals, though, so I'm going to stray away from them. But let me know what you guys get. Did you guys pull anything on yourselves? If you did, then I'm all ears. I'm curious to see if you guys got bangers or if you guys got anything worthwhile. I think that's kind of like where we're at. You know, with this, I don't know. I'm hoping you guys got something better than I did. I wanted like a really, really big, massive upgrade, and it kind of sucks that we didn't get anything there. But hey, 100 plus, around 100-ish or so soulstones pulled, and we got what we got there. Honestly, I feel like, to be real with you, what was that? We had like a couple 6-stars that I got, and a 5-star or 2 that's also pretty unique. I think honestly, considering that they're Legos in general, like that's just straight up 2,000 currency if I really wanted to go there. And then like if I had a Galactic that was already 6-star, that would be 700 extra. It's not bad. It's not bad. I think this event in general is not a bad event. It comes with the territory though that you have to set your expectations that like if you were to get a mythical from that, it was only a 10% chance, you know? Whereas like getting an epic was 60%. So it's a lot more likely that we got the epic, right? It makes sense. It makes sense. Now, it being 50-50 on whether or not you get like a 6-star or not, those are swinging a little bit better for us, which is kind of cool. I like the upgrade enhancement there, and just kind of get our chances for it as we see it. So anyways, with that being said, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and as always remember, stay ascended.
Got the